Yo, we back, man. We back. It's been a minute, man. J.O., you been gone for a minute, man. It's been a minute since we saw you on here, man.
Man. Happy to be back, man. I'll tell you that. I'm happy to be back.
Hey, man, we in it, man. Let's just get into it, man. This is Unplugged episode 6, man. D3 be here in a minute. Let's just start with this NBA preseason so far, bro. Like, what's like, we kind of seen Wemby play. We seen Chris Paul Wemby connection. We got to see Karl Anthony Towns in New York. I just watched us last night playing Philly, so that was pretty cool. Like, what's your thoughts on the NBA preseason so far, man?
I mean, I don't really take it too serious. That people are just trying to find their groove, get back to it. It's nice to see a couple people in different threads. Like Paul George, like you said last night, seeing him play, that's gonna be interesting. And then just seeing some of these young guys, but people don't play too much. Curry looks like he on it again this year, so It's nice to see, but it's about to be wrapped up. They about to take they rest and opening nights coming up, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the NBA preseason is like, it's not really like the NFL. The NFL preseason, like, you ain't gonna see the offense. Some people try to hide their quarterback, whatever the case is, but you're gonna see most of the defense most of the time.
No, for sure.
So that's why the NBA is a little bit more, like you said, like the young dudes coming in, getting their groove, their confidence and whatnot. Man, how you feel about who was the rookie we got? Rob, how you say the name? Dillingham?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about him, man?
Man, he's electric, honestly, and I didn't know if it was going to translate. People was saying that he was going to be like the Jelly Fam dude that came here and went to University of Minnesota.
Isaiah Washington?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But I think Rob is definitely next level. He can put that ball in that hole, and he's flashy. Like just watching Anthony Edwards and stuff, like just having that flair with the buckets is something that brings sales, puts people in seats. So he's definitely hopefully he can get in that rotation, because we got a nice guard rotation. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, someone's gonna have to sit down.
I was just about to say
I don't know who it is. Someone's gonna have to sit down, but I hope Rob gets. It's a long season too, so it's gonna be times where Ant out, other people out, and we're gonna lean on him, and that's when he's gonna go crazy. So I think we might be one of the deepest teams in the league this year, even though I don't particularly like to trade, but that's another story.
We'll touch on that later on. We're gonna wait for that. But speaking of just Rob, man, like you said, he's real electric, real explosive. When I look at him though, like last night I was watching, I'm like, I think he should tone down. It seems like he's 100 miles per hour all the time. Like when if he gets downhill on the defender, he don't know how to like stop, pop, or pull out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? But chill. But no, like I don't know. Like I feel like and I haven't seen some of y'all. It's preseason, so I can't judge him on that. But I hopefully he kind of gets that under control a little bit, because I feel like sometimes he could be a little bit fast, and that it kind of looks like mad anxious, and and playoff basketball, that's when the turnovers happen, man.
No, for sure. And I don't know if he'll be out there during playoff basketball. We'll see, but. I think he just getting his feet wet. This is the league. Like no matter how cold you is coming in, it's still the L. Like
it's still the L,
and you still seeing people you grew up on too. That's what's crazy. Like damn, he here. Paul George, he like the messiah to the young people, and they love him. So I think he'll be good.
Which was crazy when I first heard it, but then now when you look at when they probably started watching basketball to like comprehend it, like that's why. We kind of stuck in our ways, like the LeBron, Melo, Wade. That's when I started really. While I was watching it with Kobe and KG and Shaq, that series, like when we went to the Western Conference Finals, that's when I was really paying attention to basketball.
But knee deep in
But
it,
like knee deep was like that boom, that 02, 03, 04. That's when like Dwayne Wade in them second year. That's when I was like, yeah, this is lit.
This is serious.
I like this. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I need to play this, because I played basketball late. I didn't come out playing all early and whatnot, so that's why it's like just that era is just crazy. So
know me and you the same. I was a late bloomer with the basketball and came into 8th grade. So I definitely 8th grade was the time around that time. So we click up right after the three-peat for Kobe. So it's gonna be an exciting season. We're gonna be out there watching. So
no, I'm definitely like speaking on our season coming up, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, and like you said, we're gonna speak on that, because I didn't like we're gonna wait. But just speaking on other teams, I'll bring up other teams that I've kind of been watching, man. Victor looks scary.
And he has someone who's gonna pass on the damn ball this time.
Probably the best passer in the NBA right now, if you want to be honest. Like I'll at least give him that. Yeah, so I don't know. That's gonna be fun to watch. I don't know. Do you think Do you think they gonna actually do something? You think they gonna make the playoffs, or how you feel like it's gonna be?
I don't know, man. The West is tough. Like I feel like the West been tough ever since we've been,
Facts.
watching. Like you said, we're watching basketball, but I don't know. They got to win some games, and they got to stay healthy. They don't really got that 1-2 punch, but when it comes down to who's gonna be the other scorer that can get a bucket when Chris Paul's out, or because but he makes it a team, a winning team, regardless of what anyone thinks. So I think man, eighth seed maybe.
Eighth seed
maybe, but like what you got? You got now Denver done took a step back, I feel like. So,
I feel like they did too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think it's us up there. You can never count out the
Suns. They got Tyus
Jones. That's a great shout out, Tyus Jones. That's a wonderful pickup.
Let me give him a Don DeMarco.
Hey man, I wouldn't even be mad to see them make a deep run.
Stop it.
Get Tyus a ring or something, because that's tough.
Oh, that's real tough for sure, man.
The man himself.
Man himself walks in the building. What's going on, D3? You good. But yeah, man, we was just speaking on just the whole NBA stuff like that. We're gonna get straight into the next one, the Netflix Starting Five documentary that just came out. I still haven't finished it yet. I don't know if you watched it yet.
Nope, I ain't even get to it yet.
You didn't get to it yet. J.O. was actually had like a daily. He's like in the intro. He's in it.
Hey, Netflix.
From the game.
Yeah.
Netflix. You didn't use my name, but image and likeness. Yeah. It was crazy because I was just chilling and someone texted me like, I think you and your son in the Starting Five. So I went there like, second episode during the Boston game, and it's cool because that Boston game. Shout out Heem for sure. He was there. The young, we did a profile on him, young X.
Oh, yeah.
X was there with us. Rico was there with us, me and my son. And then a really cool thing I did and I love about that game is I had, you're not supposed to have favorites, but I had a couple favorites, that my 7 years teaching and coaching at Tartan. I had one of my favorite kids I seen come in as a freshman in my classroom and then leave as a senior. He loved Jason Tatum, so he got to come to that game. I told him if he did what he had to do. And his grades was phenomenal, so that was a little reward for him. He came to the game just to see him hurt. You know what I'm saying? You can see him in the Netflix in the episode hurt. And when Anthony Edwards, I love his flair. He was like, "Let's fucking go!" Like what I'm saying? He was shaking my son's hand, and you could hear my son faintly say, "Let's go!" Like so that shit. Man, you never know. That's a year ago, and that happened. I went through
crazy.
That. Come out, and they're like, "Yeah, I think you in the Netflix show." So Netflix, man, holla at your boy, man.
Hey, what they monetize?
You know what I'm saying?
Monetize, man.
Holla at your boy.
Is it a documentary or is it like what is it? Is it a show?
It's like a doc series, so it's like episode 1, it's like one of those type of
but
things.
But it's no acting, it's just really him.
It's really them, yo.
And it's really like
it's really them.
And don't play like that's crazy that when I seen how they introduced him, he rapping, he talking how he talking, I'm like, oh yeah, we got
that was honestly one of the I got goosebumps. I ain't gonna lie, when I watched that shit initially, when they showed like the trailer, like when the end of the first episode is like they was talking about Ant-Man, I'm like, yo, that was hard.
And then he come in.
We gotta win now. With that, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch
it,
bro. We gotta watch that shit.
It's called Starting Five, so LeBron.
I just seen it. I was watching Netflix right before I
check that shit out.
And then seen Starting Five, and I seen LeBron and them all taking pictures and stuff with him, man.
Yeah. We in episode 2 though. Check us out.
I'm gonna check you out, man. hey, Netflix, shoot my man's that monetize, man.
Come on, man. Big Wolves fan. Y'all done seen it for the last couple of years, but. No, that was cool, man. Jack's got some crazy stories to grow up and tell.
Man, he was there.
He's been on a crazy 2-year run at games. I ain't gonna lie. From storming the field for USC to being in Netflix, man. That boy. Shouts out to the youngin', man.
No, man. Shout out to him for sure. And it was funny. You brought up something about the Starting Five documentary. You said when you talk about Sabonis, what is his first name? I always get him and his dad confused.
I don't know. It starts with a D.
But so Sabonis from Sacramento. How you were like kind of saying like how. He's really not even. Yeah, his dad is from overseas, but he's been living here and raised here
his whole
life. So it's like, do you count him as an overseas player?
I mean, I don't know. Like, because I don't know. Did he go over there and play and then come back? Like, what college did he go to?
Didn't he go to Gonzaga?
I thought I don't know. To be honest, I'm gonna have to fact check that.
Yeah, I thought he went to Gonzaga. Let me see.
But like, I like. That's why I like the series. You really tap into their life, and that man is a. I'm mixed, but that he's a white American. I ain't gonna lie, he's damn near the way he moves and everything. So it's good to see their lives.
He went to Gonzaga.
He went to Gonzaga. See,
2014,
so I think he's been here. So and definitely seeing your man LeBron, man. He just a big old kid, dude. So
Hey,
you gotta watch that.
Bron one of the funniest NBA players, I think, low key on some behind the scenes stuff.
100%.
Like I remember back in the day when Kobe when they was doing the Olympics. I remember y'all probably all seen it. The NBA TV when they was all filming them and they all was like, bro, he like a bit. They all was talking about Bron's a big kid.
You see Kobe over there serious by himself, getting stressed out.
He started roasting Kobe. He put like a more muscle like Kobe. Start doing that. That shit had me rolling, man. But no, I'm definitely gonna wait to finish that because I feel like the youth need more of that. We had ongoing basketball documentaries every day. I feel like we rarely see any about these new guys. Whether it's like some NBA TV, just let me go in a day in the life with him type stuff, or if it's just an actual flat out documentary. Like young dudes don't see that. So I feel like this definitely gonna inspire the youth that's really hooping trying to get it because that shit's how's that not inspiring? Go ahead.
For sure, I was about to say, even speaking about documentaries, I don't even know if y'all noticed the last few years, Minnesota been getting a lot of documentaries. The one about the kid over north.
Oh, yeah. There's on HBO.
Yup. And they just came out with one. And shout out to the Hill family, man. They just actually did a documentary about the Hill family with Taylor, PJ. Yep,
I gotta check that out.
I gotta check that out. Where's that at?
You gotta. It's tagged. You gotta go to their Instagram. And
they got it.
It's tagged to their name. I don't know if it dropped yet, but it's about to drop or it just did drop.
Well, I'm gonna support.
But it shows about like how Taylor was in high school, PJ in high school, and they sisters right now. Then they kids.
So, they got a whole basketball family. For
it's
real.
called the Hill family or something like that. So
definitely gonna check.
Again, shout out to the Hills, man.
Big shout out.
Like I said, we coming on the map, man. Slowly but surely. And they used to say we was a hockey state. Now, what could y'all say?
I think we a basketball. I think we a sports state, bro. We becoming a sports state. We're looking at basketball, football. Like it's kind of coming up. Like, and I was surprised at the amount of talent we got for football just from us covering football. That's kind of let me know. I'm like, damn, we got this many D1s. Like even with like, for instance, like the Meyer Sweeney kid that you cover, like getting an Ole Miss. Dude, you're a receiver. You getting
and Ole Miss is
Ole Miss scholarship
right now this year.
Ole Miss is nice.
Is balling this year.
Top 10, I believe.
Yeah,
They're
so that's why it's
right now.
It's one of those things where I'm like, yo, we definitely on the map. So we got to definitely
and continue covering, man. Like I said, we are doing our thing, and I want to tip my hat off to Minnesota. It took me a long time being from Illinois, Harvey/Chicago. It took me a long time to embrace it, but I am here. JL wasn't even here the last episode.
I was about to say, you weren't here. Go ahead.
JL wasn't here last episode, so JL, I am home. I am a Wolves fan. I am a Vikings fan.
Oh my God! What,
bro?
How long have I been gone?
Fan.
How long have I been gone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He gonna see it though. He gonna see it.
Yeah, that episode comes out today. Actually, he said that shit on Wednesday. I was just in disbelief. I don't know. But speaking of Timberwolves,
oh my God! Hey, welcome home, man. You see what happens? You see what happens when you go 5-0? Hey, look. I'm gonna say this though. He ain't the only Johnson person that's trying to come home and be a Vikings fan. Who I'm talking about was previously an Eagles fan. You know who you are. But come on, we accept everybody. Hey,
I will say to his point on the Viking thing, he was picking the Vikings before the season started because of JJ. I will say that.
Yes,
I will say that. I will say that he was definitely team JJ.
That was my pregame favorite team. My preseason
favorite team. He definitely said
because
that
of JJ,
and that was before the season started. So I will say that the Wolf thing. Speaking of that, we're on that. So now we're back on that. We had to go back on this. Because we spent like 40 minutes talking about this the last episode, and it was just too much. So now you're here. You got some stuff to say. I know D3 got some more stuff to say. The Timberwolves trade Karl Anthony Towns, and I know we already touched about it.
I don't really. I mean,
I just want to hear. I just want to see something that he said. So, what's your initial thoughts? We kind of talked about it already for 30 minutes, so you'll see that. You'll see. I had to cut some of that shit down. It was so long, bro. It was too long. I was like, yo.
So I want to say first that I don't know what they said. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. Like I said, I've been gone for about a week, but I don't know, D3. I think that's a bad trade, but. What I'll say is it's not a terrible trade. So I think it's a bad trade. I think that a lot of people have this false narrative that Randall's tougher, and he might be more tough. He's more tough than Karl Anthony Towns because we got all the jokes that go around, and you know what I'm saying, that he's soft.
Seven voices
and all that. we can have jokes, and we live in an internet time that, you know, is going to be perceived that Julius Randle didn't back down from KG. He's more tough. But does that equate to better defense? I think absolutely not. I think Karl Anthony Towns was the reason why we even made it to the Western Conference Finals. And y'all can say, oh, J.O. crazy, but I was at 2 of those games in Denver when we smacked them up in game 2, and I was there when we were down 20 in the game 7 and
right?
watched us come back. And I will say, in game, you know, I'm Mr. Live. You know, I'm at the live games. Karl Anthony Towns is the reason we came back. He allowed Gobert to play safety middle field by the rim and hold it down and help off of Aaron Gordon for the lob for that lob threat, and played one-on-one defense with Jokic. Did he lock him up? Absolutely not. That's an MVP. He slowed him down to come back from 20, and he hit some big threes. Were they gassed? Yeah. Does Karl Anthony Towns take some dumbass fouls? At least 2 of them a game in big games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he's not hitting, is it tough? Yeah, but you can't just say a man that stayed down with you for 9 years, didn't complain, didn't ask for a trade, went through the Jimmy Butler stuff, went through a lot, lost his mother.
You lost multiple family members.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I think that was, and you know, me going to the game with my son the last couple of years, really being tapped in behind the bench, I think we did him wrong, man. But like they say, you let someone from the Timberwolves go, they go eat, and so
now,
I'm surprised to see what the Knicks got going. They gonna treat them right, but
I'll be honest. I think the Knicks won that trade to me.
I think they did. I'm gonna look right now and say, Randa, I hope you prove me wrong, but you coming off an injury. He's a Carmelo Anthony, get on the wing, a couple of dribbles. You know, he needs the ball in his hand too. How's that gonna mesh with Ant? And I don't know if he plays better defense. Maybe he's tougher. Maybe I'm picking Randall maybe in a bar fight. But but when we're talking about NBA, like, come on, man. Cat came in the league known for defense. So I don't know, D3. I think we took a step back, but DiVincenzo is a big pickup. I just want to see how this guard rotation, because is Naw gonna take a step back? Is Rob not gonna get some minutes this year? Is DiVincenzo gonna start or not? Is Conley gonna start and play the back seat?
We talked about that too.
We got a lot of questions.
We talked about that. Yeah, we definitely mentioned, like, even like beside the Randall stuff, we still got a deep team regardless.
And we got to figure that out. That's not always great. And then to think about that, we're gonna spend 20 games trying to figure out this rotation and how we mesh together. 20 games is big, man. Like,
because last night it looked kind of crazy. I watched that preseason game. I watched like the first 2 quarters, and I'm just like, yeah, we look good, but like you said, then that's not, these people ain't gonna be playing during the regular season. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna look.
8-man rotation and stuff like that. I think
it's gonna need to be a 12-man, but sadly that's not how the NBA works.
Yeah. First off, your coach is the only person I've seen do that. I talk about that shit all the time at any level.
And I feel like Minnesota is that deep.
You think so?
I think Minnesota can go 10 deep.
Yeah, but we talking about NBA players that get paid.
They got it.
Yeah. I know a lot of Johnson people that said they could never get in the rhythm, and so like you can play some great defense, but you're never in a rhythm. Like,
yeah, for sure, because you get taken out so quick.
So I don't know. We'll see though. I'm hopefully we do good. Hopefully we didn't take a step back, because I could see maybe we were better, but like, did we give up Cat for one? I know it's a business. I know it was money.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's a business though.
It is, I
mean, when you dedicate 10 years and this is where I go into like the eye test. Forget everything else. When you've been here 10 years and you ain't offered not one thing when it comes to needed you at that time. How could you? What more years can you offer?
But he did step up. He got us to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since KG.
When you got to the Western Conference Finals, you poop on yourself.
But I mean, did everyone play great?
No, don't get me wrong. Anthony Edwards should never been shooting 12 threes a game.
Man,
no, back to what I was saying, man. I don't think Anthony Edwards should be shooting 12 threes. I don't think he should be shooting 8 threes. I don't think he should be shooting 5 threes.
I agree. I think he should. I say no more than 5, because he does make them, but he definitely shouldn't be taking
12.
I agree.
That was ridiculous.
I don't know. I think we're unrealistic as Minnesota fans, though. Like, even though we starting out 5-0 for the Vikings, I don't expect us to go to the Super Bowl. That would be great.
What we said. That's literally what I said on there. I was like, I didn't expect Sam Darnold to be doing this.
You know what I'm saying? We made it to the Western Conference Finals. Could we have went to the championship? Of course, but like, we got dead legs. It's our first time getting there. Like, Luka been there. Y'all forget Luka been there versus Steph and got waxed and
Curry too.
and learned this stuff.
Kyrie.
And Kyrie won games in the finals, so it's like, did we really just think that it was gonna be that sweet?
Do you think that scheme that Dallas played, was the same as Denver? Because if you look back at it, they was pretty much doing the exact same thing.
No, it's not. You can't compare that.
I think
you don't have a Luka on Denver.
As in the oops, they was ooping over them boys like crazy.
But that comes off of Luka. Let's be clear.
With the young boy,
Denver does not have a guard.
You can't compare Jamal Murray to Luka.
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Luka killed us, and he looked at us and told us, "Who is these boys?"
We saw what he told Rudy Gobert.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, "You can't fucking guard me." Then he called him a fucking bum or some shit.
But it's just levels though. And then look, they went to the finals. Look what got done to them. It's levels to it. So
I also think coach's scheme playing it too. Like Anthony Edwards, I knew you wanted to take the big step to go guard Kyrie, but no, Jaden McDaniels or Alexander or somebody else got to go guard Kyrie, because now you waste your time on. And this is where the comparison comes to like Jordan and Pippen. Jordan, he'll go guard some best players, but most of the time it was Scottie Pippen. And he'll use all his energy to go on offense to go score.
But Kyrie wasn't the best player on that team. So
I think Ant-Man, and let me know if y'all agree, I think he just talks too much sometimes outside of the court. I feel like that was a pure example. Like, it was working for a lot of the times. Maybe that's his way to motivate himself. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he said in that documentary that he shouldn't have done that says a lot. And I didn't even see that part yet. Like, it's like a clip.
No, he probably bit off more than he could chew. But like, Jaden McDaniels can't guard Kyrie. Who else is guarding Kyrie? Ant had to. So we might probably not have said that, but that's him being 22. So what they shifted?
I can't even remember.
McDaniels got to guard Luka.
I'm about to say, but where Conley go?
Nah, damn, you're right. Yeah.
You want Conley to go there?
No. I'm saying
mismatches.
Yeah, it's mismatches.
It's mismatches.
Yeah. And Lively, but if you go back to even on the rebound, this should never been out. Lively should never been outboarding Rudy Gobert and Cat.
But no, it's about schemes. Yeah. Rudy Gobert's on a 3-point line, covering pick and rolls, and Lively's getting dump downs, and that's the weak side coming over. So he's out rebounding Jaden McDaniels and maybe Mike Conley.
That's why Luka kept on getting that mismatch every time on fucking Rudy. Every time I saw it, he's about to step back and shoot on this nigga every single time.
That's why we should have played. If I was a coach, and I don't know, I'm not the best coach, but we played Gobert heavy first quarter. Slim it down by fourth quarter.
Put Nas in or
Cat.
That's why we were using Ryan Anderson a lot too, though, because Cat was he was a little bit hurt too, and like defensively at least. Mm-hmm. So that's why Ryan Anderson had to come in and help out a little bit too. But you can't expect them dudes to.
No, not Ryan.
I'm saying that's what he was used for.
I'm just talking about Ryan.
I'm not a fan of his game at all. I'm not a fan.
Like Nas, you put Nas out there, we just got a rebound on the weak side. But you put Nas out there, you put Towns, that's more mobile than Gobert. It's just I don't know. I feel like they had to put him out there because they're paying him so much money. But like Rudy Gobert's series was the Denver series. That's where he shined. At Biggs, we had to make an adjustment, and we didn't make that adjustment.
And I think
we retired.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that because they were smaller, that's where the whole team was thinking like, man, we about to outrun these dudes, outplay these dudes, out-rebound these dudes, and to be honest, it was the whole opposite.
Because you know who was a big player, and he didn't even have great stats, but like just his presence of what he could do on the defensive end. P.J. Washington changed that series because of his defense and his rebounding, not because of his scoring. Because a couple games he was broke, but like a couple games he knocked down, but the way he was able to switch and be able to play small ball with him in there too as a 4, that man. That was just a learning lesson for him, though.
I said their bigs are more. How do I want to say? They're not more athletic, but they're
like versatile. They can like defensively.
No, it's just they're more. I'm gonna just use the word active. They're more active. Like they know that they gotta play harder than these two dudes because they're smaller.
Right. Okay.
So you gonna get out rebound if you don't go get that rebound. Offensive rebound or defensive rebound, but Lively he did his thing. I just personally
think we should have just ran it back, man. I don't think that we did. I don't think. I mean, and I know people are gonna be, everybody thinks they're a fucking GM now when it comes to this. We're talking literally just from an aspect of a fan that we just went back to back. We just went to the Western Conference Finals. Why that trade now and why for him? I don't believe that's the best trade they could have gotten. I don't personally. I wanted to see what else they were offered, because I saw something that they said New York tried to offer them that same trade, but with the
Quickly?
center. No.
Heinsohn?
No, with what's
Mitchell Robinson?
Mitchell Robinson. They tried to do that with Mitchell Robinson.
That's adding another Rudy Gobert.
And then they said, but the Wolves said a hard no. Then they added in Dante, and then that's what made the Timberwolves say, okay, let's do this now. Because if you want to be honest, all we needed was a Dante. And you can't tell me the only way we could have got him is if you give up Carl and get Randall. That's what I don't like. Because what was everybody that watched the Timberwolves last year say? When Ant was tired and Cat was broke, what was we saying? We need somebody who can just come in and Dante can do that.
He gonna get you 15
He can do
to
that.
20.
He can do that.
And he's playing defense.
So that's why
Fits
we
into
needed
our team
that.
greatly.
But I feel like the whole identity of the team is going to change now.
And he's a champion.
And I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know, bro. I'm not, like you said, I'm not hating on Randall, but I don't like the trade for what it was, because flat out basketball player. Come on, we hooping. I'm taking Carl, bro.
I'm taking Cat.
I'm taking Carl, bro.
And I just don't see it like we progress every year since we got on this path. You know what I'm saying?
Since Ant-Man kind of came in.
Since Rudy came into, let's keep it G. We went to the playoffs outright. We fought our way in. Our Washington fought our way into the play-in, and then we lost to Denver, who went and win the championship.
We were the toughest matchup that year.
There, we proved it next year when we beat them in 7. That's a long 7 games in altitude. We were tired. Why are we get to the Western Conference Finals one more year, and then Cat's a free agent next year, or we have to pay him? Now we can go do what we need to do. Maybe that's not how it works, and I'm not a businessman. I don't know nothing about the back end of the NBA, but I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it so soon.
Another point that we got to kind of think about is we know we've been hearing all this little weird stuff with the ownership about the Timberwolves anyway. You got Glenn Taylor team saying one thing. You got Rodriguez people saying one thing. Well, who actually is the motherfucker that said yes?
You know what I heard?
What'd you hear?
I heard that if you go over the cap, you have to pay a luxury tax, and since it's not, and since it's up in the air who really owns the team, that was going to be a legal. You pay it, no, you pay it. So instead of even having to cross that line, let's get rid of cap.
So that shit definitely has something to do with it.
I feel like it. I feel like this wasn't basketball.
Because I was literally thinking when I saw that trade happen, bro. I'm like, y'all remember I hit the group chat. I'm like, is this real? Like, I saw Rachel Nichols the first one to post it. I'm like, nah,
trash. That was a money move, man. So people didn't have to pay, and that's why some franchises never win.
I mean, if you put it like that, if that's the case, and they made that trade because of that, then you kind of can't get that mad at them, because, like you said, it's not like it's not a bad trade. I just don't like the trade.
Man, I feel like y'all should have figured out who owned the team, and y'all should have paid that money. Let's win.
What if Glenn did some shit like this just on his way out, just a final? You know what I'm saying?
That'd be crazy.
But I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I like the trade. I feel like after 10 years, you ain't gave us nothing. I hear what you saying, J.O., as far as we progressed every year since we got Rudy. But even before Rudy, since 10 years, Cat have not gave his money worth of performance. Not one time.
I think so.
How though? We were trash.
So. I think so.
What's considered trash? Because every time somebody came in here, Jimmy Butler.
1 year.
Playoffs.
Well, a year and a half. They traded him boom.
But what I'm
and then
saying
he left though.
I mean, we all know why he left, but
that was some personal stuff too with them.
It was more in the locker room type stuff.
It was
but
honestly
he left
front
also
office.
and stated why.
It was the front office. Because they paid Cat instead of.
But he also stated about Cat game and how he felt about Cat too, which is what everybody be saying.
But that blow up in the locker room.
But as a teammate, for you to say this, that says a lot.
Jimmy Butler ain't the best teammate.
But we're just as Minnesota, we expect number 2s to be number 1s. We expected Andrew Wiggins to be a number 1 when he was really a number 2.
Really,
we expect Cat to be a number 1 when he's a number 2.
He's a sidekick.
Okay, now thank you, because
he's a sidekick.
I'm glad you say that, because a lot of people think that's my whole point. Like,
you got to say that thing, because a lot
of people think he's number 1, and me personally, I'm like,
he even moved out the way for Ant. He knew he needed Ant to win.
He's a sidekick.
A lot of people.
Anybody that's
wrong with that
at the Edwards on this team, but even before I mean, even with Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, like, you know, like, I mean,
anybody that was debating that needs to be drug tested because that clearly that was Jimmy. Yeah, hell no, he wasn't.
That's no knock on Cat.
It's not a knock at all. Facts.
You know
Because his numbers proves how good he is, but he's not no.
Everyone's not built to be number one.
He's not the nigga you give the car keys to be like, yo, get us here. He's the nigga that might be you have him in the car. Yo, he got the GPS though. He know where to go, but he not driving the car. It got to be somebody else.
Quick question: if your numbers are I already looked at it already. Cat was like 22, 23 a game. Anthony Edwards like 24, 25, something like that around there a game. Playoffs come. Anthony Edwards points go up. Cat goes down. What do that say?
He had some bad games in the playoffs.
But as an average.
That's what average is. You could have some good games in the playoffs, then you have some terrible games. That shit's going to drop significantly.
But them terrible games matter.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm answering.
But Anthony Edwards points go up, even though he had some bad games too. But his average still went up.
Because he's shooting the ball.
Because he's shooting the ball though, but he's a volume shooter. And then on top of that,
but Cat was shooting the ball and Cat was too, and just couldn't put it in.
Cat was in like 2 games. He was in some bad foul trouble too. So.
Early.
But I just don't understand what you're saying. Like,
I don't get it. Yeah,
you're mad at us. We try to make Kevin Love the number one man. Like, look at who we used to try to make number ones.
But Kevin Love was
a number 3.
He was a dog.
He was
a dog. But what did we do when Kevin Love was here?
Was Kevin Love better?
Nothing.
Kevin Love's better.
But we didn't have but the team coach. It was a whole bunch of things that played.
You think Kevin Love's better than Karl Anthony Towns?
For sure.
No.
For sure.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
K-Love will give you a double-double. It might give you a triple-double.
And Carl's not?
He's not. Karl Anthony.
He averaged a double-double.
Kevin Love.
But Kevin Love was you know, even with that weak Minnesota team, you know Kevin Love might just give you 30. They might get blew up at 30, but he's about to give you 30.
Say that.
With 15
we don't even remember we don't even remember that time. Like that was a
those were dark times for us.
Yeah,
bro.
because it was just K Love.
Exactly.
I mean,
and so Cat was in here and he was, he ain't taken to the promised land, but we were relevant. We were just missing the playoffs, or he was winning 3-point contests. He was doing something like.
I was gonna say if the team wasn't relevant, he kept our team relevant, but of course his individual stuff is relevant. He always was in something.
Yeah.
So that's why it's kind of like that's why when it comes to like the Randall him, it's just straight up him. But like you said about that luxury cap thing, I didn't. We've been in some trouble once with the Timberwolves with illegal stuff. Remember that Joel Smith shit? Remember that?
Lost a lot on that.
Lost a lot on that. That probably set us back. The reason why we just now getting back to where we need to be.
No, for real.
Because that was crazy. I
don't know, D3. I feel like you judging Karl Anthony Towns, but you ain't judging Randall.
Judging. What I do is
I watched Randall get put out the playoffs by Trae Young. And a lot of people,
I judge hard. And like I said, the eye test don't show a lot of things that the paper. Y'all say, oh yeah, Randall shot bad. Randall did this. Randall did that. But I'm going to take a hard-working person over somebody that don't even give an effort. Perfect example.
He don't give an effort?
Man, I don't.
Karl don't give an effort? He give an effort.
Luka and Kyrie sent us home.
Yeah, we lost to some real killers.
Luka and Kyrie sent us home. Trae Young went into the Garden dolly. And sent you packing. Had New York screaming, fuck Trae Young.
And
where was Randall?
And bowed on him.
Where was Randall in that series?
We gonna go out swinging?
Man, ain't nobody was swinging. Ain't nobody was swinging.
We gonna go out swinging or we gonna turn around?
The crowd was swinging.
Went out swinging and Cat just
the crowd was swinging.
The crowd was swinging,
Where
bro.
Randall was hitting the back. Bro, do we remember when they used to make fun of him for hitting just backboard?
For sure.
He was about to be on his Russell Westbrook phase.
For sure. Hey, I'm not denying it, but I just feel the heart. My thing is the heart.
It's just the heart.
Toughness.
So what it come back
I love heart and toughness. Like I said, Patrick Beverly survived in the league for so long because of his toughness.
But we don't want to go downtown Minneapolis with Randall. That's who I want with me, so we can beat niggas up. I want a basketball player, bro.
For what we need.
Did you see the interview when he was here? Because I kind of talked.
I saw you vaguely talk about it. Yeah.
Did you see the interview?
No.
So like I said on the last interview, I said I feel like he's in a part of his career like when Melo was like, I'm just here to win now. At first, it was about getting buckets, getting points, and my own thing.
He's gonna be gone next year. I guarantee it. I'll make a bet with you. He'll be gone next
Randall?
year. Yeah. You know his
He
contract's up.
he only got one.
I know.
Yeah.
He'll be gone. He won't resign.
Man, I'm listening to Randall. He say he here to however help the team and get them a championship or get what they was.
It's called PR. So it's called. He got a big.
Man, we gonna
PR
see, man. At least he said it. Cat just, just.
He's hurt.
That hurt make your voice go down.
We're not gonna talk about his voice.
I said that the other day. I was like,
yo,
we all agree that voice is weird.
Hold on, bro. Yes,
man, bro.
You ain't never been hurt. Your voice crackles.
Hell no.
Hold on, smack me in front of my friends. Hurt did because
smack me in front of my friends.
Smack me in front of my friends.
I don't know, D3. We'll see. Look, I'm gonna be optimistic. Hopefully, Randall brings us some toughness, but I don't know, man. We need more shooters.
I'm excited to see it. That's all. I'm gonna just end it on that.
We'll end it on that. We still excited to see the Wolves, see Ant-Man do his thing. So we'll just be optimistic, like you said, like I said. But moving on from that, man.
Man, I was just thinking that too. Like having the Lynx being in the championship, we was just in the Western Conference with a chance to go back, and then the Vikings at 5-0. Man, it's a good year. You know, look, I'm a Minnesota, true Minnesota fan. Not gonna get too happy. We gonna ride this out. But man, boy, feels good. It feels good to be.
Feel good though. I ain't gonna
be
lie.
on the winning side of things, don't it?
Facts, man.
It's crazy. Feels so good. Niggas be want to come back home, claim home and shit. Ain't it feel great to be over here, don't it? Feel great. It's all right. It's cool. Hey, everyone's welcome to come home. Everyone's welcome to come home.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know. I was just like kind of befuddled, but I'm like, you know what, man? Fuck it, man. We here, man.
When you move from Chicago, you get a sign up sheet. You got to be a fan of one team.
You have to pick one team.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can't be Bulls, Bears, and White Sox. Nigga. You got to pick
White Sox setting records for the bad part. They trying to come home.
Facts. That shit is crazy, man.
Y'all got jokes of that.
Speaking of that, man, the last subject we're gonna really touch on, man. RIP to the Mountain, Dikembe Mutombo, man, one of the best shot blockers of all time. Definitely, you know, we all play basketball. He always was in our childhood when it comes to just NBA talks and the big man. We know how good he was. Like, without him, I don't think Iverson goes to that, takes that weak ass team to the finals. If you want to be honest, like he needed just him. Like that's how cold Iverson was. He said, "Give me a bunch of dudes that could play some defense and give me him." So, speaking of that, who are y'all's top 5 personal? We don't have to say the best. We got the numbers. We know who's number one and this and that. But it could be like, you know, somebody 5 players from the top 20. Who is y'all 5 personal shot blockers of all time? If y'all not ready, y'all can go.
I want to expect them shot blockers. Yeah, shot blockers. That's tough. Are we going with like people we personally seen though, like as in like a childhood though? Because like I said, I didn't watch The Dream.
People you watch. You watch YouTube videos. You seen them?
Well, I mean, a lot of The Dream is like footwork and scoring. I'm gonna just personally go with people I watched.
All
right. Shot blockers. I'm gonna definitely go Ben Wallace.
That's a great pick.
LeBron, Chase Down. That's tough. Dwight Howard.
Real one.
Ooh, you gotta throw Dwight Howard.
He's the first name I was gonna say.
He'll send your shit to the to the stands in Orlando days.
Oh, facts.
2 more. I'm just trying to think. As I'm growing, I'm picking off. I watched. I'm just trying to think like the bigs now. They're not as defensive as it was. I mean,
2 more.
I guess you could throw Shaq. I'll throw Shaq in there.
I was waiting for you.
I'll throw Shaq in there. I want to throw Yao in there too. Got
Yao? Who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Yao. I know I'm missing somebody. I know J.O. he over here thinking of the list. I feel like
I got mine already. So my 5 in no order though. Gotta put, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna piggyback off of 2 of what he said. Gotta put Dwight Howard in there. I think Dwight Howard is the reason why we never got a LeBron Kobe matchup, and strictly off defense. And he's
that whole
underrated.
Team was D.
He's underrated greatly.
Super underrated.
So Dwight Howard's up there. I'm also gonna put LeBron James up there. Some of his chase down blocks is unbelievable, and he'll come get it from outside. And some of the ones where he just went straight up and
Talking about against
Splitter,
Thiago Splitter.
Yeah.
That was one of the crazy. He could have broke his wrist if he didn't block
That was a momentum one. So
even the game winning layup on Iguodala,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
same
Facts,
that
yo.
was
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take those two, but I'm gonna go left. I gotta put Dwayne Wade up there. Dwayne Wade is the
I
greatest.
was gonna say Wade,
The greatest shoot like guard shot blocker that I've seen personally.
Wade.
I'm also gonna put Kenyon Martin up there.
Hey,
Kenyon Martin used to go.
You a real one. I swear to God. Come
Boy,
on, nobody ain't
I'm
say
talking
go
about
Kenyon Martin.
off no steps, no jumps, no running, just straight vert, glass and stuff. Getting it to kid going down there dunking. So Kenyon Martin used to really take stuff over. And then another one that I liked, and I feel like a lot of people didn't see as much because he could dunk though. Is Stromile Swift used to throw some stuff into the stands
From Memphis.
From Memphis.
From Memphis, yeah.
So that's my little.
That's lit. All right, man. I got no order like you said, man. I got Kevin Garnett. I got Marcus Camby. I got Alonzo Mourning. I got Tim Duncan, and then I got Shaq.
Tim Duncan, I forgot. I mean, I'm not Tim Duncan, but Alonzo Mourning, I forgot.
Man, that nigga used to.
He used to
before
go
that before the kidney shit. Oh man, like bro, really used to be throwing shit. That's why I'm like, man.
I guess Patrick Ewing could be up there too. I guess
You could definitely put Patrick in that argument. I mean, personally, I think Dwight Howard's a better defensive. I think Dwight was a better player than him, and I only brought that up because people were talking about it on social media, like comparing the two.
Dwight is better.
I said Dwight is better than him, bro. Like I get
Yeah,
it.
who?
Than Patrick Ewing.
by far.
Stuff just got stuff just got weird in his personal life down the stretch, and maybe they just ruled him out because he should be a top 75 player.
That's what it is because his personal life. They look at him.
Rodman, he's like, oh, you know some Rodman.
That's how they do Dwayne Wade with the shit with his kid, and I'm like, I'd be like, listen, I don't know, that's not my house. I don't run that house. I don't know how the house goes. But we talk about basketball. We talking about basketball.
He's one of
that man's one of them dudes. You can't. I don't care what he did outside the court. You can't take away from that. And that's one thing that happens in this day and era. I feel like with basketball because there's no reason why. And we talked about this, like 3 episodes ago. Like, why is Dwight Howard not on there? And I like Dame, but there's no way that Dame's on that list over Dwight Howard. I'm sorry.
Dwight Howard's top 10 center. I want to even say top 7. Top 6.
I don't know. I say top 10 for sure. I gotta look because you gotta look. We definitely gotta put. I mean, I respect the game, the older dudes. So I'm always off back. I'm gonna put Kareem, Wilt, and Bill in there. So that's 3 spots. We know we got Shaq in there, and then after that, that's when it gets a little bit fishy because then you can start going to them older dudes like niggas will say Bill. Like look at niggas at Shaq. Like Shaq says Bill Walton is one of his favorite centers of all time. And it's like
Bill Walton win?
Yep. I think he won with Portland.
Yeah, Portland.
Yeah, before he went to the Celtics. Before. So like it's certain people, big and that's why I want to do my homework because I feel like the evolution of the big man has kind of decreased in basketball or changed. Like actual fundamental type big men. I feel like if we brought that shit back, like look at Zach Edey. I see you be bigging him up. Mm-hmm. I think he's gonna be actually good with Memphis this year because he's like a more athletic version of Steven Adams to me.
I feel like he's a more athletic version of Yao Ming. Like
he is that tall. He is pretty tall.
He's a more in the frame. He can move. Like I said, only thing he missing is the jump shot. So if he get that down, that'll be okay.
Yeah, man. But we gonna close this one out, man. Definitely be back here on Wednesday. Talk about some more stuff, man. So it's another episode. TCS Unplugged episode 6. We out.